Live from News Channel 8, this is After the Game with Darrel Young.
Hi, everybody, and thank you so much for joining us tonight. After the Game with Darrel Young, I'm Alex Parker. It's his show. He's Darrel Young. DY, how are you?
I'm all right, man.
Happy belated Thanksgiving.
Thank you. Same to you. Same to you.
Yesterday, first play of the game, defense forces a turnover. And then there you guys are, and I'm thinking, wow, they can make a statement right now. You end up with 3, but early in that game, 49-27, it's easy to say a lot of things went wrong. But early in the game, you guys missed an opportunity to sort of put your foot on them a little bit.
Missed a couple opportunities. I think the first 2 drives they had 2 turnovers actually. When you get the ball in the red zone, you want to get 7 points as opposed to 3, and you know we didn't capitalize, like you said, on that opportunity to go up 7-0, 14-0 versus a good, a great offense actually. I think they're number 1 in the league in offense. So, you can't give them the ball, on the plus 50 or the plus 40 and all that other stuff. You just got to play football and put them in situations where they're uncomfortable, and we did not do that yesterday.
We will go through the game in its entirety, but the one sort of defining play, if there is one, the 4th and 1 call. A lot of folks, I think, thought it was good to go for it. I think they questioned the play fake and the pass that ended up not being a pass. It was a sack fumble, sort of totally changed the game, maybe sealed the game. What were your thoughts on that?
It's just miscommunication up front. We just ID'd it wrong with the O-line and the tight end and myself. We just ID'd it all wrong, and a guy came free off the edge and made a good football play, and they went and scored a touchdown. So I wish I could have that play back, 4th and 1. I would love Alfred to get the ball. I love just to convert. It doesn't matter. But at the end of the day, they did a good job. They stopped us, but that's just the story of our season so far, just not capitalizing on the opportunities that we have. And even in the red zone, Alfred being stopped, I can't tell you a time that Alfred's been stopped while he was here besides the Browns in the preseason than yesterday, so it's just very frustrating, where we are as an offense right now. We have the talent, we have the weapons. I just don't know what's wrong right now.
703-387-1020 is our lawn and leisure hotline. Give us a call if you want to talk with DY about where the Redskins sit tonight. It's not pretty. DY 3-9. The big story coming in, the switch at quarterback. Colt McCoy, who I think, like his start at Dallas, started slowly but then sort of got better as the game went on. What did you make of Colt yesterday?
Love Colt. Thought he came in and managed the game. First half was rough for all of us, running the ball, passing the ball and stuff. And then second half, I thought he did a great job of, controlling the game, putting us in situations where we can, capitalize and score points. And, he threw a touchdown. And
when it's not Robert Griffin III at quarterback and it's Colt McCoy, I've got to believe it feels, I know plays are plays. Doesn't it feel different?
I can't say that because Colt made an RG3-like play, on that pass. So I can't say that anymore. People say he can't scramble, he can't run. He did it. He proved it. So I honestly, me being in a huddle, like I said, my role doesn't change. So I can't really tell you the vibe in terms of the play call and stuff like that. But in terms of mentality and stuff, I think guys approach the game every week, the same. And I think we just came out flat this week, regardless of who the quarterback was. And the week before, we just came out flat, and we can't do that. And we have to capitalize on the opportunities.
How does that happen? How does a team 3-8, desperate, backs against the wall, any cliche you want, how does the team come out flat?
I honestly don't know, but it was an opportunity to try to spoil someone else's season, and we didn't do that, and that's what we have to look forward to now.
703-387-1020, our lawn and leisure hotline. Jay Gruden spoke about Colt McCoy and Colt's performance yesterday. Jay spoke today at 3 o'clock out in Ashburn. Here's Coach Gruden on Colt McCoy.
Overall, I thought he did a nice job in the pocket. He threw for almost 400 yards or right around that. But the start was not very good. But he made some plays, and he competed, and I was impressed with his performance as a whole for the first time in 4 or 5 weeks, I guess it was. So he'll tell you he can do a lot better. But I think overall, when you watch the tape, I think he did some good things.
Colt McCoy. DY, Tuesday night when the news broke that Robert would not be the starter and they were going to Colt, and then when Coach confirmed it on Wednesday, I was surprised because I think I know what Robert means to this franchise, this city, the plan, whatever the plan was. It's changed now. How did you find out that Colt McCoy was going to be the starting quarterback moving forward?
I was watching ESPN, and Adam Schefter reported it coming across the bottom, like, oh, man. Then texted Robert, and he said he wasn't sure. I said, just stay positive. And then Wednesday morning, we found out in team meetings, and that's when he broke the news to you guys as well.
In that meeting, what was the vibe like? What was the tenor of it? Do folks, what was it like in that room? This is a watershed, was a watershed, I think, decision for this franchise, for this city, This is a big deal. What was it like in that room?
Just a lot of frustration in terms of the team and where we are as a team. Not so much that they're replacing the guy, because, you know, when you're losing, things have to be changed. And, you know, not saying that Robert, you know, is doing bad and he lost those games because we lost yesterday. You can't blame it all on Robert. And I can't say that's a good thing, but at the same time, supporting Robert and Colt and all those guys, I mean, we all have to play together. You know, it's not just one guy, you know, winning the game or losing the game. Now, it might be one play that's determined, but throughout the course of a game, you know, 11 guys on the field at one time have to, you know, have an impact. So I think we're just a frustrated team just looking for answers. I think that's where we are right now.
You told me off air that you went to Roberts for Thanksgiving dinner.
I did.
His family was there, lots of players there.
Yep.
This would have been the day after he got the news. What was that like?
I said, you know, how you doing? You know, spirit-wise, how are you? And he said, you know what? It's frustrating, but I just want this team to win because I've been here with you guys. I've won with this team. I've lost with this team, and I know what you guys mean to me. And I felt it was genuine, you know. And like I said, a guy, you know, who's accomplished so much in his career at a young age, and you know, still growing as a player, and you know, basically coming into a team where he had to be a leader. You know, I respect that guy, and I would still vote him captain because he's still out there practicing every day. He's approaching the game, stays extra. I don't know. I wouldn't say he's doing more than what he was, but he's definitely, you know, around us more in the sense where he understands that, you know, we have his back and he's going to have our back.
I hate to put you on the spot, DY.
Don't do it then.
I think a lot of folks get the sense he'll never play. He'll never, barring injury to Colt. Robert may never take another snap here in Washington. Your sense of that?
I can't say that because people said that about Geno Smith 2 weeks ago. Now he's back as a starting quarterback. So games played on the field. I don't know what's going to happen. I can't promise you that, you know, Colt's going to go out there and throw for 500 yards. I hope he does, but in a sense, you never know what's going to happen. I can't say that I'm going to be here next year. You know, it doesn't. You know, every year is different. You know, you got to go out there and, you know, just control what you can control at the time. And, you know, right now it's me being a fullback here and Robert being, you know, the backup quarterback right now. Who's to say that he won't be the starting quarterback, you know, God forbid something happens on Sunday.
703-387-1020 is our lawn and leisure hotline. Jody, excuse me, Jody. Jody is in Northwest Washington this evening. Hi, Jody. How are you?
Hi, guys. How are you guys doing?
Good. What's
I
up?
have a couple of questions real quick. I don't have any questions on Robert like all the other callers do usually every week. But I have a question on the DY. Do you think that a flag should have been thrown on the guy that flopped into offer you into Deshaun last night? Because I think that should have been like a fine like in the NBA or something should have happened. And also, I had a question about, I think that why don't the Skins draft more offensive lineman players? Like, because drafting is the key, like to the other teams in the city that starts building the winning.
Okay,
And,
Jody. Thank you, Jody. We got to let you go. We got lots of folks on hold. You made a good point. You sort of pushed him slightly one way. He seemed to have spun the other way. It did look like a flop. We'll see, I guess, if there's a fine. Real quick, Jody, also want to know, the Dallas Cowboys are probably as good as they are today because they've drafted offensive linemen. It's not sexy when you take offensive linemen. They're not skill players. Do the Redskins have the offensive line that they need right now, those five, to be a very good or even good football team?
It's the same five, just about, that we had in 2012, 2011, 2013, and you know, people are saying that we gave up a lot of sacks and stuff like that, and there's a lot of reasons why there were sacks given up, and you know, maybe it was just a good good on the defensive end from a cover standpoint, and those five guys I'll go to war with any day. You know, Sean being a great addition to us, you know, Tom Compton filling in, you know, for Columbus and, you know, taking over the role. I love those guys. The run game, I mean, we do some things that people can't do, and no one runs the ball like us. And I'm not saying, you know, hey, you could say Dallas, but it took them forever to get to where they are right now with DeMarco Murray. You could say you draft guys, but that's what, you know, off-season acquisitions are for. And I thought we did a great job, and you know, we'll continue to grow. But this is the first year with Jay, and you know, figuring out some things, and you know, first year with him and you know, Chris Forrester in the run game. You know, so they have to kind of mirror off each other and learn from each other. And I think we'll just grow from here on out.
703-387-1020 is our lawn and leisure hotline. We have to do a break. We'll talk with DY about the Redskins defense yesterday, which I think is getting the bulk of the blame for the loss. As we go to break, callers, take note. You can win a big green egg. DY, I did our Thanksgiving turkey on a big green egg on Thursday. It was smoked and it was good. So you can win this baby if you call in and get through on our lawn and leisure hotline. For details, go to WJLA.com/biggreenegg. Here's your injury report brought to you by the Cochran Law Firm. Deshaun Jackson suffered a fibia contusion yesterday. Jay Gruden said today Jackson will be fine with time, just not sure how much time. Brandon Merriweather sprained his toe. Gruden says Merriweather will be questionable, quote, for a while. And defensive tackle Kedrick Golston has back issues and plantar fasciitis. Easy for me to say. Gruden says Kedrick will follow up with a spine specialist. That is the injury report brought to you by the Cochran Law Firm. Welcome back to After the Game with Darrel Young. DY, we've talked quarterback, but the defense yesterday, if you listen to talk radio or you talk to Redskins fans, you don't do you don't do the former. I know you do the latter. You do it on this show. The defense yesterday, DY, I know you're on the other side of the ball. What is your take on what was going wrong?
A lot of guys wide open. You know, I heard Jay, mention that in the press conference after the game, and we had some young guys back there filling in. You know, you had Biggers out, you had Tracy Porter out, done for the season now. And, at this point late in the season, injuries happen all the time. So, it's frustrating. I know they're frustrated, but I know they will fix it. So.
They would score, and you guys would come back and score, and it was like still a game. And then sure enough, in one or two plays, 60 yards, 49 yards. That must be tough to watch from the sidelines.
It is tough. It's frustrating, too, just knowing that we have guys that actually care and they're going to line up every day and practice hard. And, we just get put in that situation. But, like I said, who am I to judge? We didn't score every time on offense. We didn't capitalize when they, gave us an opportunity to in the beginning of the game to go up 21-0, to go up 14-0. So, we can't blame it all on defense because we put them in a situation where, we had to, they had to basically stop, I guess running the ball, and they did a good job, and it was coming, but then play action hurts you, and stuff like that. So we put them in a lose-lose situation, basically.
Former linebacker right here. Todd is in Suitland tonight on our Lawn and Leisure Hotline. Hi, Todd. How are you?
Oh, pretty good, gentlemen. Thank you for taking my call. I'm gonna make it short and sweet. Mr. Young, I understand that you guys are having some issues and technicalities, and I'm sure that hopefully. Lord willing, somebody will be able to figure out the problems so you guys can move forward. As far as my point of view, I think that Mr. Colt McCoy did an awesome job yesterday. Guy's got talent. There's a lot of good positive electricity from him. So, but again, hopefully the coaching staff will be able to find out where these problems are at, and so you guys can move forward.
Okay.
And we'll see you next week.
Thank you, Todd in Suitland. DY, we've spent the last 3 years of our lives there's been the franchise quarterback. He's Robert Griffin III. As we sit here tonight, he's not now. Is it your sense that the brass, that the folks inside Redskins Park look at Colt McCoy as the franchise quarterback to be probably, or are we not there yet?
I'm honestly not sure. We're a 3-9 football team. It's hard to say any of us are franchise players right now. I think our goal right now is just to win football games and let the business side worry about the business side.
Bob is in Gaithersburg tonight on our Lawn and Leisure Hotline. Hi, Bob. What's up?
Hey, Alex. How you doing, buddy?
I'm good. Say hi to DY.
Hey, DY.
How you doing?
Hit the blocking sled, buddy. I just want to say, Colt McCoy, I'm proud of him. If someone would have listened to me 4 weeks ago, we'd be 7-5 right now. He hit 8 or 9 different receivers. In the first quarter, he threw it down and out on the sideline. Nobody was there. I wonder who should have been there. The defensive backfield, we got to get those kids one-on-one. I don't excuse young players. They get paid all kinds of money for my tickets. So I love my Redskins. I bleed Redskins since the 70s. And God bless you, DY, but hit the blocking sled, buddy.
Thank you, Bob in Gaithersburg. I want you to hit the blocking sled, DY.
I don't even know what that means.
If you don't know what it means.
I played 6 plays. So I
don't know what it means. He wants you to hit the blocking sled.
You know what? I appreciate it, though. He said what it is. Hey, I'll take that as a, positive criticism. I'll go hit the blocking sled for you. I'll try to get better in the running game. We'll be better. And that pass on the sideline, that Colt threw to no one, the defender pushed me. It was a good job by him because I was still in the backfield. So if anyone can, stay up when a guy pushes him from behind in the backfield, God bless you. On
the 4th and 1, I thought to myself, they're giving this to DY, and they didn't give it to DY. And then it was a sack fumble, and then the game was over. They should have given it to DY. 703-387-1020 is our Lawn and Leisure Hotline. More of your calls, plus Darrel Young with our play of the day when we come back. Don't go away.
Our Normandy play of the game happened in the third quarter. 2nd and 5 from the Colts 16. Colt McCoy rolls right and eludes 3 Colts defenders. McCoy still manages to find Logan Paulson wide open, downfield for the touchdown. Colt stands and delivers for our Normandy play of the game.
What a play this was, D.Y. This was RG3-esque and Russell Wilson-esque, and when Colt did that, I thought, you know what? This is starting to roll right. I am curious to see. This will be the first time Colt has gotten 2 straight starts. He came into the one game, finished it, started at Dallas. I would envision him getting even better, obviously, with more opportunities.
More opportunities means that you get better in a lot of aspects. And I know Cole is a person, he'll tackle the points that that he basically felt like he wasn't good in for the football team, and he'll address those to himself and be better and walk through on Wednesday.
703-387-1020 is our lawn and leisure hotline. Doc is in Southeast tonight. Hi, Doc. How are you?
Hey, I'm well. Thanks for asking.
Thank you.
D.Y., what's going on?
How you doing?
We're going to cut this short. I'm going to do it again. Offensive line, offensive line, offensive line. You went into the season knowing your general manager didn't make any moves. Yeah, you say you had the same line, but to tell you the truth, from the right side, from the center to the right side over, second string. I'm not criticizing the players. They get paid a lot of money. But I'm trying to tell you, right side of that line is surely weak. Stop blaming the players, and the coach needed all accountability. This coach, I haven't heard him say one time that it's me.
Okay.
I'm the problem.
Doc in Southeast, thank you. Sean Laval is a new addition to the offensive line.
Sean's a new addition. Corey Luckensteiger moved over to center. We got Compton in there. I mean, we have some new additions. You draft Moses. Like you said, we just got to be better. Like you said, guys get paid a lot of money to show up and perform, and right now we're not performing. And like you said, our fans, are mad at us right now, and they have every reason to be because we're not doing everything we can, to make this a successful franchise. So we have to be better, and they have every right to be mad. I've
got about 30 seconds left in this segment. He mentioned Coach Gruden. He's incredibly honest to us in front of a microphone. I can't imagine what he's like now behind closed doors. What's he like? How's he dealing with this?
Honest, and I can't support that, with that statement, what the guy said. He said that's bad. He comes in at halftime all the time, bad play calling. That's the first thing he always says. It's the coaches. I don't know if it's the coaches not putting the players in situations. So I know, Jay always, like you said, he's very honest. He's going to tell you the truth, and if you want the truth, just ask him, boy. If you don't want to know it, he's still going to tell you. So, that's the best thing about what Jay has done for this organization, and you can always respect an honest opinion, regardless if you like it or not.
We will have more with D.Y. on After the Game with Darrel Young right after this. Don't go away. Welcome back to After the Game with D.Y. Quickly, let's go to Henry in Forestville. Hi, Henry. What's up?
How you doing, fellas?
We're good.
I just want to ask the question why these defensive linemen are getting paid so much money and they can't put the pressure on the quarterback.
Okay.
Luck had all day yesterday. Just sit back there and pick his nails and everything, and he just run all through our defense.
Okay. Thank you, Henry. D.Y., a lot of these folks think you're making player personnel moves, etc. You're just a fullback.
That's it.
And a special teams ace. You know how all this stops, right?
Wins.
You win a football game.
Yeah.
Sunday, you're welcoming the St. Louis Rams to town. All they did was beat the Oakland Raiders 52-0 yesterday. That ought to be a lot of fun out there.
Yeah, they will be. They have a front four who are relentless. Robert Quinn being one of the more underrated defensive ends in the NFL. That guy can run. You see him chase Adrian Peterson. He didn't catch him, but he's about 6 yards from not even, started, he's flat-footed. But, they're a good football team. I don't understand why they are where they are, but I understand where we are, what we are. So
D.Y.,
it's got to be better.
Good luck Sunday.
Appreciate it.
We'll see you soon. I'll be back at 9 o'clock for Toyota Sports Talk. We'll take your calls about the Washington Redskins. See you then.